What's up guys, welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, it's just a little modification to the game that we were programming the last time. We got up to this stage where we can be dodging the red obstacles, but in this tutorial it's just a little modification to this game. I'm going to be adding a background music and a speed variable to it and other sounds as you just saw. So without wasting my time, let's get to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a little correction over here. I'm going to change the Y velocity of this to 45 for a smooth game run, and instead of making the speed of the obstacles to be always -10, I'm going to change it to a variable now. So let me just make a variable here called speed and assign 10 to it. That's the initial speed of obstacles. So here, instead of making it that way 10, we are going to make it negative speed. And before that, before I get an error, let me make speed a global variable. So global speed, because we might change it somewhere along. Okay, so everything should be working out. Okay, perfect. So I'm not getting any error. All what I did was to change the speed, change the -10 over here to negative speed, where we have the speed variable stored up over here. The next thing I'm going to do is, let me just have a variable here called count, and I'm going to set this count variable initially to 0, and then as the game runs we want to be increasing the count variable. So somewhere up over here, count plus equals 1, and then as count keep on increasing, what do we want to do? I have to check if the count get to a certain number. If count equals, let me use 100 for it. So if the count get to 100, then we want to add 1 to the speed. So instead of the speed to be 10, it is going to increase to 11. So I think this should work out. Let me check it out. As I said, we are going to add a background sound to it. So what we first do is we are going to use the Pygame mixer. So up over here, I'm going to make a background music. So I'm going to say pygame.mixer.music.load. Then we give it a file name that we want to load in a string form. So here I have my file over here in this sounds folder. So I'm just going to say sounds and then a forward slash here, and then I'm going to use this background.mp3 file over here. So say background.mp3. So this is going to load the background.mp3 file into our game, and the next thing is to play it, right? So in order to play it, let me count down just before the while loop, and then I'm going to say pygame.mixer.music.play. So pygame.mixer.music.play means it should play the song that we just loaded. So let me run it. Perfect. So the sound is playing. Alright, the next thing we are going to do is let me add we got our background music playing perfectly. So where do we want the background music to stop? That's when there is game over, right? So up over here, as where you got a game over, I'm going to say pygame dot mixer dot music the stop, in this case the music is going to stop playing automatically. So we've got this right. Now anytime I get the speed increased, anytime the speed increase, I want it to make a sound. In order to make a sound, the first thing you have to do is I have to load the sound. In order to make the sound, I'm going to say pygame dot mixer dot capital S sound. If you don't make the S capital, you get an error message. Remember, Python is case sensitive. So pygame dot mixer dot sound, and then we give it which sound. I have it in the sounds folder. So the first thing, sounds / and then point. That's how the file is named, point.ogg over here. So as you can see, you have this point.ogg over here. So the pygame.mixer.sound, I got a sound and then I want the sound to play. Perfect, this should work out. So let me run it. I'm just going to play until we hear a sound. That's when, yes, perfect. So the thing you heard right now means the speed has increased. Good. So the next thing is to add a sound that is going to play when we crash. So whenever a player, we have a sprite collision over here. The first thing we want to do is we want to load this on pygame.mixer.sound. Don't forget it's capital S sound, and then always mine is in the sounds folder. If your own is not in the sounds folder and it's in the same directory with the file, there's no need to bring this sounds / so crash.ogg, that's the name of the file, and then .play. I'm going to use something over here. I'm going to import time. So the time over here, you know how we use the time over here. As the crash sound will be playing, so I want it to delay. So time.sleep, and then let's say 0.5 seconds. It's not even up to 1 second. I want it to everything to remain where it is for the sound to play for 0.5 seconds. Perfect. So we had a crash sound play. Let me change it to 0.7, and right after the crash sound has played, we want to hear a game over sound. So then again, I'm going to say pygame.mixer.sound. I don't know why this is capital S. So always in my sounds folder / and then it's gameover.ogg.play. Let me test it. We didn't hear the game over sound play. So what I'm going to do is, it's like immediately the game over is coming to play, then we set a random variable to false. So I'm going to make the time sleep here again, time.sleep, and this time I'm going to use 1 second for it. This should work out. Perfect, we got the game over. But before the game over, I want the background music to stop. So I'm bringing the background music up over here before. So the background music will stop, and then we hear that game over here. Everything should be working out properly by now. Game over. Sure. So I think this is going to be the end of everything. So I think our speed variable is definitely running. Let me try to print it or print it down over here so that we know that the speed variable is increasing. So we'll check it in over here. So yes, so once you hear the point sound, we got the speed to be 11 down over here. So as we play, it will get to a point, then it will be increasing. Here is the end of this session. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. Thanks for watching.